Good morning, Richard Eckley here. Happy Thursday morning to you. We're on a Thursday, so on a Mindset Thursday on your 4 keys to a healthier, happier you. And as Arnold Schwarzenegger says, I was doing research on him, and he was saying, you have to have a vision in life of who you want to become and where you want to move to in order to get yourself anywhere in life. As he said, when he started off, he was in Austria, and he said he had quite a rough childhood. He's very poor, but he read a magazine about a bodybuilder who'd made it. He'd become like Mr. Universe, I think, back in the 60s, and he'd gone on to become Hercules in the films of the 60s. And that inspired him, and he thought, I'm going to do that. That's a vision of who I want to become. I want to become that sort of person who's a bodybuilder, who's the best bodybuilder, and that will lead me to be an acting role. And he was living in Austria, so there was no connection, there was no way he could possibly see of getting himself as a movie star in America when he's living in Austria. He hadn't even built his body up yet. He was just playing football. He was a 15-year-old child. Yet that vision of who he wanted to become was implanted in his mind. He thought, that's what I want to become, that's who I want to become. So he started on the journey, and it said it took him 30-odd years to get there. But that vision was always in his mind, it was always in the back of his mind. That's who I want to become, that's who I want to be. I want to be, first of all, the best bodybuilder there is. I want to be the biggest bodybuilder. I want to be Mr. Universe. I want to be Mr. Olympia. So he went into the gym and he trained for 5 hours a day, every single day, week in, week out, whether he wanted to or not, pushing himself, growing himself, getting the best advice. So then he was Mr. Universe. He was Mr. Olympia. He became the best in that field. He then went into acting, and then he had to learn how to become an actor, how to spread his speech, how to get his speech right, how to get his accent reduction, how to learn to act, to actually pronounce the words properly, to be more natural. And then he became the best in that industry. But he had that vision, and that 15-year-old vision he stuck with it all the way through. He had so many people telling him he couldn't do it, he shouldn't do it, he hasn't got a chance. Quite often, if you think of something you want to do, you ask sort of 4 or 5 people around you. If they're like family and friends, usually they tell you, no, don't do it, don't try it. It's not going to work. But you got to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to. So you've got to get that vision in your mind, believe in who you want to become, what you want to achieve in your life, and then slowly, every day, move yourself towards it, learning from people who've gone before you, getting advice from people who are where you want to be, and then eventually you will get there. It's going to take you years. You're not going to suddenly get there in a 2 or 3 minute process. It's going to take you years of developing yourself, learning the systems. What you currently know at the moment has got you where you are at the moment. So you need to learn from new people in order to get yourself where you want to be in the future. So find someone who's the best in your industry that you know and learn from them. Get their books, get their audios, get their tapes. Reach out to them. Find if you can get some lessons from them. And then you become that sort of person who would have the sort of things you want in the future. But it's not going to happen by itself. You're not just going to suddenly wake up one morning and think, oh yeah, I've got everything I want. Unfortunately, life's not like that. You've got to have the discipline to make yourself do the things you don't want to do. The uncomfortable things. It's the grinding it out, as they said in what was it? There's a story about McDonald's about grinding it out. You've got to just keep going it every single day, doing that little bit, moving yourself forward every day so you're slightly further forward than you were yesterday. That's how you do anything in life. Whether you want to be healthier, fitter, have a better lifestyle, have wealth, anything you want in your life, it's a step-by-step process. It's getting the vision of what you want to be and then taking the discipline to move yourself forward every single day until you slowly get there in the end down the road. And they say it could take you 2 years, could take you 5 years, could take you 10 years, could take you 20 years. Time's going to pass by anyway. So you might as well create the life you want as opposed to the one you're given. Happy days. And then moving forward, and then here we go. Who knows what will happen in the future. Have yourself a good one. All the best for now.